Okay, so um, when you're spreading truth, anywho, um, when you're operating at a higher end of the lower frequency, it's like you're okay with being manipulative. You're okay with stirring up chaos. You're just okay with it, and you feel as though you're pro at it and nothing's gonna happen to you. And then, on the flip side of that, when you're at the lower end of the higher frequency, you're lost, you're confused, you're continuing to be hurt time and time again because it's something there that you don't understand what's going on. But you know it's something else and you don't even know where to start looking. But then it's like it's something, it's tugging you, it's tugging you, it's tugging you, and it's like you're going to slowly be guided to start seeking different things, and so that you can begin to operate at on the medium, mid, the high, then the higher level of that higher frequency, and which will reassure you that it's okay to do what you're doing and to seek what you're seeking. So those of you who are operating on the lower end of the lower spectrum, or even a frequency, or even the higher end of the lower frequency, that's a dangerous place to be. When you're okay with hurting others, when they say hurting people hurt people, when you're okay with it, when you're not even trying to understand why, when you're the one that God told me to tell you, God told me to tell you, God is telling you, talking to you, and we're looking at you in dismay because we know the evil things that you're doing, hello, to us. So it's like, how are we going to, those of us on that, trying to be on that higher frequency, how are we going to be okay with that? How are we going to be okay with deceit? Once you become, so outdone with deceit and so disgusted with it, you'll start seeking other things. And, it may be difficult at first. It's confusing, you know. It could be lonely until you realize loneliness is where truth begins, because it's not loneliness, it's just you and that creator. You're getting to know who you are, why you were made, why he created you. Why did he create Janine? Why did he create Olay? Why did he, create Adante? Why did he create Brian, Joe, Andrew, Davians? Why did he create me? That's a marvelous and wonderful place to be. So, those of you, again, operating on that in the lower frequency period, make some changes, because we need to realize that boomerang is real. When you flip that thing out there, and it might be pretty while you flipping it out there, you feel as though it's not coming back, but it will. And the scary thing about it is, it may not come back to you, but what about your children? What about your grandchildren? What about your family? What about those you love? It's coming. That's just how the universe operates. It's not okay to continue to shout after you hurt someone, but you continue to do the same thing, or you continue to lie on others, or create chaos, and you're okay with it, and you smirk about it. That's a scary place to be. But those who are feeling so lost and confused and hurt in religion, seek what you're missing. Seek the thing that you feel like you're trying to find, or you're lost without, because you're lost without something, and you're not going to continue to be okay with releasing it on the altar. You're going to realize that you create your altars where you are, and that you don't need a middleman. But it's okay to get that foundational strength, and to everyone whom I've endured, on my journey, I love you. Much love, much respect. But guys, it's time to seek truth. We have to start thinking deeply, more deeply than what we do. In spite of how I love everyone, and I always will, we have to start researching the truth of names, of books. We have to think about it. Is all truth in one book? All truth? All truth. From all diversities, all ethnicities, all cultures. The same book that they used to beat my great-grandmother, my grandmother. All truth. Same book that upholds them putting away, mankind for stupid stuff. The same book that states one thing, it contradicts itself. But then that's the point where you can't question. We need to seek truth. It's okay to use books as a guide for humanitarianship.
But when you're seeking oneness, it's a whole nother aspect. You shall find the truth, and the truth shall set ye free. He whom the Son sets free is free indeed. Seek truth. Fill that void. It's okay if others talk. Don't worry about others. That's our problem. We worry about others as much as we say we don't. We need someone, right? That we gravitate toward them. But when you really realize that the Creator is for you and never against you, you'll get to the point where you don't even care how it looks to others, how it sounds, because it feels good to you when you're seeking that truth. Again, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Obtain knowledge, obtain wisdom, but most of all, gain